just can't stop loving you. Todo mi amor eres tú. No, I do. And if I stop.
August. Michael rehearses for the Bad World Tour at the Culver Studios, which is a film studio in Culver City, California. I Just Can't Stop Loving You enters the top 100 singles chart in Britain at number 5. I Just Can't Stop Loving You enters the pop and black singles charts. Michael appears on the cover of number 1 magazine, Record Mirror, Sky, Star, and Time Out magazines. August 7th. Michael Jackson and Saida Garrett headed back in the booth at the Westlake recording studio to try their hand at creating a song in another language. The chosen track for this idea was I Just Can't Stop Loving You, but in Spanish. The song would also be renamed.
Todo mi amor lo eres tú.
Ruben Blades collaborated with them, rewriting the lyrics and assisting during the sessions to ensure the pronunciation was both authentic and clear. Michael's creativity didn't stop there. Later that same year, they teamed up with Christine Coco de Croix to produce a French version of I Just Can't Stop Loving You, which was titled
Je ne peux pas la fin de nous.
Spanish and in French, in the French tongue. We've spoken about this for years and years when we're doing Off the Wall, when we're doing Thriller, but we never got around to it because by the time we finished the album, we do disco versions and we do videos, etc. And I think inside we weren't really sure whether we could make it work.
Mid-August. Out of the 14 Japanese shows, 11 have already sold out. This includes 3 shows each in Tokyo and Osaka, along with 5 in Yokohama. With total attendance projected to exceed 300,000, this achievement is unmatched in the history of concerts in Japan. August 15th. I Just Can't Stop Loving You hits number 1 on the top 100 singles chart in Britain in only its second week. It holds its position for 2 weeks and remains on the charts for 9 weeks. According to press reports, Michael is contemplating taking on the lead role in a film about Johnny Appleseed, a man known for planting apple trees across America and becoming a folk hero. The prospect of Michael portraying the lead has stirred discontent within the Black Workers League, who oppose a black actor playing a role originally written for a white character. In response, Michael argues that the story resonates with audiences of all races. Britain's Radio 1 DJ, Mike Smith, announces that he will premiere Michael's new album on Thursday, August 27th. August 27th. Mike Smith is barred from playing tracks from the Bad album following a court injunction issued by CBS. He is permitted to play just 2 songs, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, and the title track, Bad. Smith informs his disappointed listeners that he will seek out a reliable source to enable him to debut the album during his bank holiday show. An Illinois woman named Billie Jean Jackson has filed a $150 million lawsuit against Michael, alleging that he is the father of her 3 children. August 31st. Bad LP is released worldwide, except in England, where August 31st is a bank holiday. Michael Jackson, The Magic Returns, a television special, makes its global debut coinciding with the release of the Bad album. This 30-minute program features a timeline of Michael's career along with the complete 17-minute version of his Bad short film. In the United States, Michael Jackson, The Magic Returns ranks as the 6th highest-rated show of the week, attracting 30% of 85 million TV households on CBS to witness Michael Jackson's performance. Mike Smith premieres Michael Jackson's album, Bad, on his Radio 1 morning show after obtaining an advance copy from an unknown source. September. Forbes magazine lists Michael Jackson as the 9th highest paid entertainer with 2-year estimated earnings of $43 million. Following 17 uninterrupted years as a publicist for Motown Records, Michael Jackson appointed Bob Jones as vice president of MJJ Productions. Jones recognized that working with Michael opened doors to a completely different realm, enabling him to meet with presidents and royalty and experience opportunities that many black individuals have not had. Rumor has it that Bob created the title, King of Pop, for Michael. The Pepsi commercial title, The Magic Begins, featuring Michael Jackson and his hit song Bad, makes its premiere. According to the details, when Pepsi entered into a second $10 million agreement with Michael to promote his Bad album and tour, this deal was notably different from the first. It was not going to be confined to the United States only, but instead, it extended to over 20 countries during his entire Bad World Tour, establishing a global marketing campaign for himself and Pepsi. September 1st. Michael is on the cover of Ebony Magazine. He also gives his first recorded interview in years to Ebony Jet Showcase journalist Daryl Denard at the Brooklyn Museum in Brooklyn, New York.
Seeing the outcome of work. They never see the side of the work you go through to produce the outcome. And I feel, rejuvenated and happy. It's a jubilation, really. It's what it is. It's like a celebration. It's like, we're done.
Bad LP is finally released in Britain, with copies leaving the record shops faster than assistants can fill the shelves. A limited edition picture disc is soon to be released. Numerous reports from Britain highlight the frenzy on opening day as fans rush to music stores to buy the Bad album. Tower Records in London sells 200 copies within the first hour of sales, while Epic predicts that around 150,000 copies will be sold by the end of the first day. In the United States, eager fans camp outside stores from NYC to Los Angeles, prompting retailers to hire additional staff to meet the high demand. September 7th. Bad enters the British Top 100 Albums chart at number 1, maintaining this position for 5 consecutive weeks and remaining on the charts for a remarkable 109 weeks. In just the first 5 days after its release, Bad sells over 350,000 copies, marking the highest album sales in Britain at that time. In its opening week, Bad outsells the number 2 album, Hit 6, by a staggering 10-1, with its sales surpassing the total of the entire top 40. Throughout that week, 1 out of every 4 albums sold in Britain is Michael Jackson's Bad LP. In the United States, Bad garnered favorable reviews, with several critics highlighting how the song contributed to Jackson's edgier persona. It soared to the top of the Billboard Hot 100, where it stayed for 2 weeks, marking it as the album's second number 1 single and Michael's 8th number 1 on the chart. Additionally, it topped the Hot R&B singles, Hot Dance Club Play, and the Rhythmic charts. The Recording Industry Association of America has certified Bad single as platinum. Bad has sold over 40,000 copies on CD, marking yet another achievement, likely boosted by the CD's additional track, Leave Me Alone. In the United States, 2,250,000 copies of Bad are dispatched to record stores, while pre-orders in Britain and Japan reach 600,000 and 400,000 copies, respectively. Additionally, Bad sets new shipping records in Germany, France, and Holland. It reached number 1 in Ireland, Norway, Spain, and the Netherlands, and the top 10 in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and several European countries. Bad LP debuted at number 1 on both the Pop and Black Albums charts, maintaining its position for 6 and 18 weeks, respectively. It stayed on the charts for a total of 87 weeks, with 38 of those weeks in the top 5. This achievement surpasses the previous record of 26 weeks in the top 5, held by the Eagles' song, Hotel California. September 9th. Michael lands in Tokyo on a Boeing 747, accompanied by Bubbles, Catherine and Joe, LaToya with her manager Jack Gordon, Quincy Jones, Frank DeLeo, Karen Faye, Michael Bush, Bill Bray, Wayne Nagin, Donny Osmond, and many others. This gigantic plane also included 22 truckloads of equipment, including 700 lights and 100 speakers. More than 600 journalists, cameramen, and enthusiastic fans gather at Narita International Airport, eagerly awaiting Michael's arrival. To ensure his safety, the airport is cordoned off to prevent him from being trampled. Whilst in Japan, Michael stays on the 10th floor of the Capitol Hotel, which renames its top floor of rooms the Michael Jackson Suite. September 10th. Michael visits Korakuen Amusement Park, located next to the stadium where he will open his bad tour. September 11th. Nippon TV captures footage for a documentary featuring Michael, showcasing behind-the-scenes moments at a large toy store in Tokyo Disneyland. The premiere event attracts over 100 journalists from across the globe. September 12th. Pepsi Cola sales jump 100% in Japan, whilst Michael's stay of the tour. Costumes for the Bad Tour, which currently features only 2 songs from the new album, I Just Can't Stop Loving You and Bad, were quickly tailored within a 2-month timeframe due to the prolonged release delay. A dedicated team of 50 tailors from 5 Los Angeles shops outfitted the 7-member band and the quartet of dancers. September 12th to 14th. Michael, dubbed Typhoon Jackson by the Japanese, kicks off his first ever solo tour at the Korakuen Stadium in Tokyo. At one of his concerts in Japan, Michael dedicates I Just Can't Stop Loving You and the rest of his tour dates to a 5-year-old boy named Yoshiaki Hagiwara, who was tragically kidnapped and murdered during Michael's time in Japan. He says that the young boy's life is a tragic loss and also donates $20,000 to the child's family.
Patrick?
Osaka でのことです。彼は
I'm very sorry and deeply saddened to hear about Yoshiaki.
今夜のコンサートを吉明ちゃんに捧げたい。みんなで祈ってあげよう。日本の人たちはどう思うだろうか。
As I am unable to, I hope to dedicate Japanese tour to Yoshiaki. Yoshiaki, I know you're out there watching us. I hope such a brutal and heartbreaking thing never happen again. And I love you.
A special evening edition of Good Morning America features a live interview with Quincy Jones in Japan, airing just hours before Michael's opening concert. During the interview, Jones asserts that Michael Jackson is not the peculiar figure that the media portrays him to be. September 13th. Michael supports a campaign to stamp out racism by lending his name to the NAACP's endeavor to challenge widespread discrimination against Black artists. September 14th. Michael graces the cover of People magazine with the headline, "He's Back, He's Bad." In the accompanying article, Frank DeLeo clarifies that the tales of Michael sleeping in a hyperbaric chamber and attempting to purchase the bones of the Elephant Man are false. He further dismisses claims that Michael intentionally lightened his skin as absurd. September 15th. Michael was spotted enjoying the sights and shopping in Tokyo. September 16th. Michael records his vocals for the duet, Get It, alongside Stevie Wonder at Sony's CBS studio in Tokyo, Japan, with the talented team of Bruce Swedian, Quincy Jones, and Christine Snyder DeCroix. September 17th. Michael Jackson and his entourage board the Shinkansen, Japan's high-speed train, traveling from Tokyo to Osaka. Japanese citizens were in awe of Michael's unexpected appearance, which is quite rare for him, as he usually cannot travel in public due to his safety. September 18th. Michael is presented the key to the city by Osaka Mayor Yasushi Oshima at a formal tea ceremony where Michael is accompanied by his pet chimpanzee, Bubbles, who was the first animal to be allowed inside the city's town hall. At one moment, you can witness Michael using sign language to settle down Bubbles.
マイケル・ジャクソン君の芸術については若い人たちの評価、特にあなたがアフリカの飢餓の問題、恵まれない子どもたちのため、あるいは飲酒運転防止のために努力をする。
September 19th. I Just Can't Stop Loving You ascends to the #1 spot on the pop singles chart, maintaining its position for 1 week and staying on the charts for a total of 14 weeks. Additionally, the single will also reach #1 on the Black Singles chart. Bad, the second single from the album, enters the pop singles chart at number 40. It also enters the Black Singles chart. September 19th to 21st. Concerts are held at the Hankyu Nishinomiya Stadium in Nishinomiya, Japan. Thriller and Off the Wall returns to the top 100 albums chart in Britain, peaking at number 15 and 36 respectively, and remain on the charts for 34 and 15 weeks respectively. September 24th. Michael, in the form of a cartoon character, is on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. September 25th to 27th. Concerts at the Yokohama Stadium in Yokohama before 240,000 fans. September 26th. Bad enters the top 100 singles chart in Britain, peaking at number 3 and remains on the charts for 14 weeks. A limited edition red vinyl 12 is also released. Michael appears on the cover of #1, East Coast Rocker, Observer, Scene, Blues and Soul, Bravo, Comic Burger, Countdown, Fan Club, Greek Top, Jocks, King, Magazine Japan, Magazine Rock, Top 10 Pop, Top 50, TV Guide Japan, and Vi Unge magazines. September 28th. Back in Tokyo, a photo shoot is set up for Michael at the famous Ginza intersection. However, the hysteria of the fans keep this from being carried out to its conclusion. September 29th. Michael returns to Tokyo Disneyland to attend the screening of his 3D film, Captain EO. This attraction first opened its doors on March 20th, 1987. September 30th. Michael Jackson made a visit to Nagatacho Elementary School in Tokyo, where he was warmly welcomed by the children who presented him with numerous gifts. He dedicated time to interact with both the students and teachers, spending 45 minutes chatting, singing, and capturing photos together. Additionally, he generously donated a check to the school, the amount of which remains undisclosed.
僕は空を飛べると思ってる。何か魔法の力で。例えば学校の屋上から空へ飛び立つことができると思うんだ。
Thank you very much for setting an example, not only just for me, but for the rest of the world. And thank you very much, and I love you all.
During his time in Japan, Michael gives an exclusive interview to Molly Meldrum for Australian Broadcasting Company's version of the news show 60 Minutes. This marks the first time Molly has interviewed Michael in 10 years before back in 1977. Ebony Jet Showcase issues an interview with Daryl Denard where Michael talks about his new album and the crazy tabloid stories which often surround him. During the same time Michael was on tour in Japan, Bon Jovi was performing their Slippery When Wet tour. John Bon Jovi and his band were staying at the same hotel as Michael in Tokyo. Jackson invited John to his penthouse suite and agreed to attend Bon Jovi's final show at Budokan Arena that day. However, Michael never arrived. After the concert, the band contacted Michael's assistant to meet Bubbles instead. They decided to take Bubbles along to celebrate with them at the hotel bar, leaving a note that reads, "Tell Michael if he wants to see Bubbles again, he can come to the bar and get him." Well, thankfully, that note never reached Michael, and after a few hours, Bubbles was safely returned to Jackson's bodyguards waiting outside his penthouse suite.